Welcome to episode 8 of Kicking 101. In this video, we are going to work the roundhouse kick off the lead foot. Let's get into this. In the last episode, we did the front kick off the lead foot. Now we're going to do the roundhouse kick several different ways, but before we get into that, let's do a drill with this. I'm going to use the bag to hold. You could use the wall, a horse, a bucket, whatever you grab. I'm just teasing, but you can grab a chair or anything like that. But the reason of grabbing this is to hold my balance. So what I want to do is take my toes, point them closer to the bag, or if you're holding a chair, closer to the chair or a wall. So now I'm going to take my leg, I'm going to bring it out. So where you can see is I'm going to have my leg this way. We're going to hold that up. I'm just going to do a short thing just so you get an idea. But we're going to hold the chambering for the roundhouse kick. I'm going to just say 3 count just for the sake of the video. So hold it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now 3 roundhouse kicks slow. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to do that off both sides. You could do a 5 count, 5 rep, 10 count, 5 rep, 10 count, 10 reps, whatever you want on that. And just have fun with that. And just be safe doing that. Some stretching would be good too. But this helps you get the mechanics to throw that kick. Now remember we were doing the front kick. Same thing you could do. You could hold the leg out 1, 2, 3. And then instead of holding the chamber position, hold it out. And then do your kicks. That's another one you could do. The first perspective that we're going to take on this roundhouse kick from the lead foot is going to be the same way we did for the front kick, is we're having ourselves a little more like a boxer style here. So now here we can pull into that cat stance, pick up the leg, but I want to pivot this foot now. So when I pick up, I have to lift my heel up, then turn. You have to be careful though, not to overturn. If you're trying to go like that, I've seen people overturn, their foot came out from underneath them and they fall down and go boom. Okay, I didn't just see people do that. I've done it myself over the years too. It could happen, so be careful about over pivoting. You don't want to shift your weight off of that when you over pivot, because that's where you go down. So here we go. So turn to a cat. Lift this. Now as I start to change this, see I turn my heel and I turn that. So I'm here from the cat, lift. So it looked like I was going to throw the front kick. Oh, there is the roundhouse. So from here, lift, pivot, there's the roundhouse. We go off the other leg. So go from the cat, lift, pivot, there's your roundhouse. Lift, pivot, roundhouse. See, the kick doesn't have to go high. Depends on what game you're playing. If you're playing like point fighting or kickboxing where maybe the legs won't be a target, you have to be above the waist. So you can hit in the body, you can hit in the head. Now, what game are you playing? Maybe MMA. Well, kick them in the leg. That hurts. Kick it right in the thigh here. Man, does that hurt. So I can take my leg up and pop that right in there. Now, part of your kick you're going to hit with is the instep is what it's designed for. So you got the top of your foot towards your ankle. Now, if I go a little too far and hit you with my shin, I'm okay with that because it hurts a heck of a lot less than if I hit with my toes. You don't want to wrap your toes on somebody's head or something and break your foot. So you want to be more towards the ankle bone, and a little bit of the top of the foot is the target or the weapon on that. Now that we just did the cat stance, we're going to do a back stance. Now when I'm doing this back stance for the roundhouse, I really don't like to have my legs too far apart. The back stance is something that in my art that we don't really use. My art is Kempo Karate. So from here, this is basically your back stance. So I'll be fighting here by, I lean back, I'm shifting. So this is an L shape pretty much. My toes are here, this is kind of over here. This would be the back stance from my understanding of it. But how do I use this? It's much like in the last video where I said shift and you can kick. So now put your feet closer to, like this even. I like to have like a duck foot pretty much. I'll explain to where I got that in a moment. But if I'm standing like this, it opens up my hips, allowing me to be moving different ways. So now if I'm here, I can shift. Now I'm already partially pivot. So I don't have to pivot that much and over pivot like I was talking about just a moment ago. So back, boom. So if I'm here, see how I shift. I'm here, shift. There's how you could use that back stance. Now, next thing I want to work on is we're going to move forward, bring the foot in. This is what I was talking about, that foot being like this. I could be like here, side stance. So I'm going to go here or step here. Now I got my foot turning when I step, and I like to pop my hip in a little bit. I don't know if you ever heard of Bill Superfoot Wallace. Some of you younger cats probably never heard of him. But if you haven't heard of him, look him up. He's one of my inspirations to the martial arts. I got a chance to work with him twice in seminars. I thought that was awesome. But he's someone I looked up to with kicking and just in the art in general. He's the most simple fighter I've ever seen. He got good at 3 kicks, a side kick, a hook kick, a roundhouse kick. And that's where I adopted some of my kicking style is from him. So he basically would come on in like here. Now I throw that round, boom. Well, he would throw the side from there. He'd throw the hook from there. We're gonna save that for another video. So you can move forward and bring yourself in. So we're moving around, then you got the roundhouse kick. So from here, move forward, bring your feet, duck foot. There's the roundhouse kick. Okay, let me simplify this a little bit more like I did in the last video with the front kicks. As we're doing the same movement we were just doing, the Bill Wallace movement, 1, 2, right? Thinking 1, 2. But from here, to throw that kick, see I could be popping my hip in, but basically what I'm doing is bending that knee, then I just lift the heel up, then there's the kick. So you can work this slow, go 1, 2, and I can see I push my hip, so I'm not walking straight in here. 1, 2, there's the kick. Do it slow, you see, as it tests your balance. I'm still playing with this stuff. You see it testing my balance. It's okay to do that. So we're going 1, 2, pop it in there. 1, 2, see that heel goes, that knee, that heel, the hip. And then it looks like, so if I'm going this way even, it looks like here, now I pop side kick. I could throw a hook kick. I could throw a front kick if I had my hip forward more. I could be here even. 1, 2. So if I'm going. You could play around with those kicks. Have fun with this stuff. Take your time. 1, 2. 1, 2. My knee can go up. Then I can change for that kick. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, do me a favor. Hit subscribe. And then hit that bell so you get the notifications. Here's my new news. I just started doing memberships. So if you're interested in doing a membership on this channel, go ahead and do that. Here's what you would get on that. You'll get the early releases on the videos, but I'm going to have special videos just for members. I had plans of doing my own system just for YouTube years ago. I touched a little bit on it, but I was thinking about doing that system on there. I don't know if I'm going to give belts or anything, but I was going to just do the whole system on for members. I don't want to do the Tracy's Karate system. There's people who have schools all over the country still, people teaching that system. I'm not going to do that. So I created my own things I'm going to do. So if you're interested in that, let me know if that's something you want. Leave a comment down below and say, hey, that sounds pretty good. Another thing I would probably start to do in the future for the members is, if there's something you want me to put out, I might just put it out just for the members. I may or may not, it depends. I mean, if you ask a ridiculous request, of course not, but if something I could do, I'm happy to do that. So check out that, and also check out my website, betterlife75.com. All right, you can find things on that website, you can find merchandise, all that jazz. So check it out. God bless.